So what's your name?
Julie.
Julie. Yep. And tell us what needs fixing, Julie.
I've got MS. Main problem is the moment I get spasticity in my leg, my hip and my leg, and it spasms and it won't let me put my heel to the floor, so I have to walk on tiptoe. But I've got a machine saying lift your foot, and I'm trying to work on tiptoe because I can't put my heel down. It's all conflicting. But I've got jump foot as well. So those two are the main things, but yeah, the MS.
Right, okay. And you've got your machine off now so
Yes.
that we can do a real good test. Right, okay. And how long since MS was diagnosed?
28 years.
28 years. And how long do you think you had it before it was diagnosed? 4. The reason I'm asking that is there will be other people watching this clip of film with MS, and that we can't help but compare ourselves with others, and it's useful. The thing I'm getting feedback on the videos is where people with MS watch my MS videos, their affected limbs start trembling and shaking when I'm treating somebody else with MS. Now, isn't that really exciting? I mean, I don't know where that's going to take us, but it's really exciting. All right, let's see. Before you. Can I get, would you see if I can get the air conditioning down a wee bit? Probably just a couple of degrees. The healing energy plus bodies in the room makes it a bit warm. There is water at the back if anybody needs water. All right, God bless. All right, so as I start the healing, and I do it really, really quickly, I just say a prayer for Julie. So I ask God for healing for Julie. And I work with the entities of the Casa de Dom Ignacio. Casa means master, is of Dom Ignacio. I work with the entities of the house of St. Ignatius of Loyola. St. Ignatius of Loyola founded the Jesuit priests. He was the commander of an army, and then he got injured in battle, and then he found God, and he then followed a very spiritual path thereafter. So Julie, is the sound causing anything to happen within your body?
I don't know if I'm imagining it, but my arms feel a bit floaty.
Your arms feel floaty, cool. Now this is an interesting one. You'll probably see at least half a dozen clips of film of me working on people with MS, but this is the first one that the surgeon has said to me she's been bound. She has been bound, and this is energetically. So Julie's had her energy bound. Now, we can bind our own energy, as in we hold ourselves back because we don't want to stand out, we don't want to appear different, or somebody, usually being protective towards us, can bind our energy. And I perceive it's the latter here. I've still got a little bit I just wait for more information. I don't join the bits of information and turn it into something I have to wait. So I've just got she's been bound. And then me within myself, I felt, has she bound herself? Has somebody else bound her? Was it done malicious? Was it done out of love? And it feels like somebody has bound Julie out of love. But in binding her, they've stopped her energy from flowing where it needs to flow. Now, Julie, what's happening within you at the moment?
Feelings-wise.
Feeling?
You mean feeling?
Yeah, feeling-wise. What's the feeling within your body?
My arms feel fizzy.
Your arms
I can't
feel
give
fizzy.
you nothing for my legs because I don't feel things well in my legs, but my arms feel fizzy.
They feel fizzy. So this journey that I've been on has been an interesting one. Somebody told me once I was a shaman. I said, no, I'm not a shaman. And I said, hang on, what do you mean I'm a shaman? And they said, well, what I mean by that is you don't accept anybody's beliefs as your own. You test everything with your own direct experience. And I said, oh yeah, then I'm a shaman. Because I don't accept anybody else's opinion or beliefs without I check it for myself. And I encourage you not to do the same as me. Don't accept somebody else's beliefs. Test your own beliefs. So when Spirit started working with me, I'd ask for proof, and I'd ask for proof, and I'd ask for proof, and I'd ask for proof. And my first book, Medium Rare, tells how I went from being a very sceptical bank manager to working as a medium on stage in New Zealand. And so that book's called Medium Rare. We've got more of those coming into the country next week. At the moment, you can get it as a audio book from JeanetteWilson.com. So if you want to know my story, it's audio book at the moment, but in about a week we will have them in the UK and I'll be able to post them out. If we post them from New Zealand, the postage is as dear as the book, so we're waiting for the stocks to arrive here. Right, Julie, what's happening for you now? What's the sensation?
I don't know, I'm hot, but I don't know if I can feel a bit of a vibration in my legs.
Bit of a vibration, yeah.
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 I'm thinking, can I feel it or can't I?
Yeah. So, it's an interesting position to be in because you want to feel something, but you don't want to be kidding yourself. Either.
Yeah, I'm checking myself out.
Yeah.
And it's the good leg, gooder leg that's vibrating more, I think, than that one. That's my dead leg.
Yeah. Right, we're not going to call it a dead leg anymore, Ray. Yeah? Because the body listens to what we say. If you call something bad or dead or my back's killing me,
I'll call it
yeah,
Barry.
don't use that. Don't use that language, okay?
Call it Barry.
So I've been doing this work for 25 years. About, I don't know, 8 years ago, sound started coming through me. Surgeons have taught me how to heal. The surgeons, spirit world surgeons, have taught me how to do the sound. We do need more rice. Do we need a big teaspoonful, Tricia? Top half of the body, absolutely fine, you know, in terms of what they're doing, but we're getting into this leg now, and it's like, oh, they need more rice, they need to put more rice, they need to put more energy in. The guy that created the rice, he just had an epiphany back in the 1970s. If only we could get energy into your cells, we could heal any condition. And the thinking is right. If you can get energy into the cells can use that energy to heal themselves. What's happening with your legs at the moment?
I was just thinking I can feel busy in this one now.
That's good, that's what we want. We want fizzy in there. See, that fizzy feeling is the feeling of blood going into the cells. For you to be healthy, your cells need to do 3 things. Each and every cell needs to take in nutrition. Each and every cell needs to get rid of waste matter, and each and every cell needs to communicate with the cells. If we can do something to make that happen, your body can heal. Yeah? The entities that I work with, they use the light of their consciousness to fix you. They don't try and fix you. That would be the ego. They just bring the light of their consciousness in. And as they do so, there's more energy within you, more spiritual energy. The purple rice brings in the physical energy. It's no coincidence that I have the purple rice. I brought it to the UK because you guys haven't got it here. Clapping's breaking it down an energy block. All right. All good? Cool. Can you make up 2 more ready? Because there's going to be 2 more people tonight need the rice. I don't know which 2 yet, but they just said, well, is there, get to do 2 more. Or something like having 2 spoonfuls. Yeah. You never know. Right, how are you feeling at the moment? the room is slightly warm, but you've got an energy rush going through you. That's energy being released. I'm going to get you to try walking and you see how you feel now.
I can't put my heel to the floor, and I'm putting it to the floor. Still a bit drop.
It is. I've still got to work on that
Yeah.
drop foot. How's the leg feeling?
The spasm, it didn't stop me. Normally I have to stand still and force my heel down to the floor.
Right, so
It
the,
didn't stop me.
spasm's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
But I would say the lifting my foot is a bit better.
Yeah, cool. Now we'll get you to sit down and now I'm going to work on the drop foot.
Okay.
Cool. Now, what the surgeons are doing for Julie is they're opening up her healing channel. So what we see tonight is going to be the beginning of her healing. And as long as everything continues to flow, over the next 21 days, she'll get better and better and better and better. If she hits a block with her healing, then she'll need to see me again. You saw then they needed to push me backwards, and that's the kind of thing that happens at the healing workshops. There's one in Sheffield the 13th and 14th of July, and I've got another 7 around the UK before I head back to New Zealand in September. So what they're doing now, if you can imagine that I'm working just on the foot, I'm working on the foot and the ankle. Now there's actually a place in the back that's not right, that is causing the foot to drop. So they're doing the two things at once. They're working on the lower back, but they're also working on the foot and the ankle because they need to strengthen everything. God bless. God bless. Julie, any sensation for you in that leg again?
No.
Yeah, anything in the ankle or the foot?
No, I feel tempted to keep trying it to see if I can lift it up.
Yeah.
No, lift it
No,
up.
that's all right. We're getting somewhere. Right, try that again, see if that will lift again.
A little bit.
A little bit, is that more than you could get before?
Yeah, I mean this one I can lift, but
Yeah.
that one is like, it's like somebody pushing down.
Push it down, yeah. We've still got work to do there. Cool. So what the surgeon's going to do is he's going to get her energy field to what's, I'll call it a tipping point. It's a point at which her body can then start healing itself. There's a channel down the front of the foot that is not open. Again, try the lifting movement.
Trying.
Yeah, I can see you're really trying. Yeah, cool. And then just rest it down again. And it feels like what you're trying to do is lift the foot up almost by leveraging the leg and the ankle rather than the
It's
actual.
like I feel like I'm pulling from here, which
Yeah.
I don't normally feel like that. That is a new thing.
That's a new thing. Cool. Now, Now, if we go back in your history, there's just something I have to check, because I check this with all people I work on with MS. Did you ever drink Diet Coke, Diet Sprite, any diet drinks? No, that's good. The reason I ask this is that there is an ingredient in diet drinks called aspartame, that if that aspartame heats up, it can cause MS-like symptoms. And there was a big legal case between the Multiple Sclerosis Society of America and the company called Monsanto that make aspartame, because they recognised there was a link between MS-type symptoms and the symptoms that getting aspartame, drinking aspartame gave you. So do check anything that says contains a source of phenylalanine. It can have many different names: sucralose, NutraSweet, aspartame. Rats and ants won't eat the stuff, but it gets put in our food sometimes, and it's not good for us. Change of healer. We've got a lady healer just coming in now. And she's just expressing that the more relaxed you are, not just now but in life, the more relaxed you are, the more the body can heal. With MS, we can feel ourselves slipping backwards, and so we can struggle to keep doing things. But if we're tense, the body can't heal. You've got to be able to relax. She's saying to me, meditation, meditation, meditation. When we meditate, we learn to transcend the chattering mind, the monkey mind that takes us hither and thither, chasing after different thoughts and triggering different afflicting emotions within us. When you have mastery of the mind, you have a different experience of reality. And for this particular condition, meditation is the very best tool, very best tool. Right, okay, let's just try that movement again. It's a little bit better. It's a little bit better than it was. Let's get you walking around and see how that feels.
Spasm's definitely gone.
The spasm's definitely gone. Excellent.
I'm not catching the foot so much.
That's good. That foot is lifting more, isn't it? Excellent. Excellent. Cool. So it's the beginning of a journey, but they'll continue working with it during the show and over the next 21 days as well. Yeah, have a seat and we'll check in with you at the end.